Ladies and gentlemen, can I have your attention, please? If you would please stand and direct your attention to the back of the ballroom and welcome this year's class of the 2024 Driver Hall of Fame inductees, sponsored by International Trucks. Let's give them a round of applause as they enter. See you, and I'd like to add my welcome to all of you to attending this year's NPTC meeting in Orlando. It's really my special privilege and honor to preside over this ceremony today, recognizing four of the best drivers, not only in the private fleet community, but across our nation. And my challenge is very simple, is to condense basically 40 years of driving expertise on the part of each one of these four into about 7 minutes, and to share with you a little bit about what makes them tick, and hopefully share with you a little bit about how you can become a safer driver, and maybe share some of their tips about how to influence other drivers in the fleet. Together, these four gentlemen that we're going to recognize today have driven for 169 years, okay, and have driven 16.3 million miles without an accident, injury, or moving violation. Not a shabby record, right? Yeah. And I'll tell you, the other thing is, the thing that separates them, and there are lots of good characteristics that I'm going to share and you're going to hear repeatedly, but they never got in this business to be up on this stage today. They did it 1 mile at a time, 1 day at a time, 1 week at a time. It's the way they do it. They're very humble individuals. They're very dedicated. They're committed to self-improvement. They dedicate themselves to training. It's just an impressive group. And if we can all take away one thimbleful of what these folks live every day, then America's roads would be a lot safer. And just to put it into context, that number of miles, that would be driving to the moon and back 34 times, okay? And that's, I don't even know, as far as the moon goes, just driving around the world, it would be 652 times around this world without an accident, injury, or moving violation. So we're going to share a little bit more, but let's give them a round of applause just for that. I'm going to start this off with an alphabetical order, and I'm going to call up the stage. Oh, actually, before I do, I need to get sponsors up here, don't I? I'm going to, the Driver Hall of Fame sponsor is International Trucks. And I'm going to invite Bob Mann up to the stage. He's a member of our NPTC Board of Directors, Vice President of Government Sales and Diamond Builder for International Truck. And joining him to pass out the hardware is David Bark, Chair of the NPTC Board of Directors, just elected over this weekend, and Transportation Operations Manager for Wegmans Food Company. They're going to be passing out some of the awards. The other thing that we're going to be passing out, I don't want to overburden the drivers and make it look like a shopping trip. But in any event, International has been kind enough to provide these vests here that each driver will be getting. A wonderful replica there. There goes my script. And the other aspect is we also have a framed photograph of each one of the 4 drivers that will be appearing in next month's Fleet Owner magazine. So they will each get a copy of that. So we certainly want to give that. Make sure you pick that up on your way out here. As they're making their way down, I'm delighted to call Kirk Phillips to the stage. Kirk is a driver with Johnsonville Trucking. He's 1 month shy of his 43rd anniversary. He has spent his entire driving career hauling routes for Johnsonville. He got started in 1981, and he's driven 3.1 million miles without an accident, injury, or moving violation. As a result, Kirk has been a member of the Wisconsin Motor Carriers Association President's Club. For those of you not in Wisconsin, that's a very elite club. It's not just something you join. You have to, it requires a minimum of 35,000 miles and 36 continuous months of service with the same employer with no accidents or citations, and he's been a member since the beginning. He's also was the driver of the month for the Wisconsin Motor Carriers in 2022. So how did Kirk find this career? Starts out when he was 5 years old, believe it or not. This is him on his way to church. That's not how he found his career. But at this age, he had his first commercial driving experience. Right? 5 years old. Let's see how that played out.
My father worked for a cheese factory. He hauled milk in milk cans. That's how early that was. But they had a bulk tank truck that they put weight in, and they take it out to the field and spread it at the end of the day. And I'd ride along. And I was 4 or 5 years old, and he said, "Here, slide over on the wheel," because it was going about 2 miles an hour up the incline. And he got out and climbed up to see how much was left in the tank. So that was the first time I actually was behind the wheel of a commercial vehicle.
I did verify he did not count those miles in his application. So he is a hard worker. He's been drawing a paycheck since he was 12, when he had worked for a janitorial supply service for $20 a week there in Plymouth, Wisconsin. He honed the value of his individual work ethic, training, and hard work while he was in high school. He was a member of the Plymouth High School wrestling team until a broken thumb ended his career in his junior year. After graduating, he took a series of odd jobs in construction and maintenance. As a matter of fact, he actually maintained some of Johnsonville's trucks during that time. But he really wasn't fulfilled, and he kind of felt sorry for himself, probably the only time in his life that he was feeling sorry for himself. So his mother did what most mothers will do, and that kicked his butt. She pushed him to take a job in the plant at Johnsonville, which he did on May 16, 1981. Told you we're just about a month shy of that 43rd anniversary. He worked 3 days packing brats, and on the 4th day, the previous private fleet manager asked him to move some product from Plymouth down to Milwaukee that had missed the truck. After that, Kirk was hooked. He got involved with it. He helped out with some of the local runs until they had a full-time over-the-road position, and that's when he became a full-time Johnsonville member. He drove straight trucks delivering through the front door of the stores. And that's a picture of him with a little bit more hair at the time, driving one of their straight trucks delivering. The interesting thing you'll find out about Kirk is he just didn't do the job. He was the job. He wanted to know every aspect of that job. He wanted to know how that product was moved, how it's damaged, what the customers are looking for. So he really got to know. He basically becoming a Johnsonville ambassador, and that helped him to improve the way his knowledge of the customers and the product, improve the way he drove. He graduated up to a over-the-road vehicle when the fleet expanded in 1986, and a typical one for Kirk is about 5 days, working about 10 hours per day, and he averages about 2,300 miles a week still to this day. The best part of the job? Well, let's hear what he has to say.
Interaction with our customers and with the drivers, because I train and mentor. those are the things that help you from Johnsonville, being a problem solver when a customer has an issue and taking it back and finding a solution for them. It really makes a big difference. And helping the drivers, whether it's, they've been there a week, a year, 10 years, 20 years, somebody needs help, they can call me on.
Guy is just a phenomenal ambassador, no matter where he goes. He's just, he interacts very well at all levels of the company. Because of that driving record, and more importantly, because of his attitude, Kirk was given the opportunity to train and mentor drivers. The real question, though, is, like any good trainer, who trains who? And Kirk had a really interesting answer.
But they make me a better driver. I mean, that's... When I started training, I didn't have that much experience. And as we expanded the fleet, the first drivers I hired were very experienced. So I taught them what they needed to know for Johnsonville, how the logs need to be done, those type of things, and how they interact with the customer. They taught me better driving skills. So I benefited greatly from it, and I've been paying forward ever since.
So again, just a great recognition of continuous dedication to learning and improving. Training, he told me, training helped alleviate all the pressures and the frustrations that he experiences on the road on a daily basis from other motorists, the way they drive, the distracted driving. Training helps prepare you for that. He also takes numerous courses throughout the state on coaching and train-the-trainers, defensive driving, DOT regulations. He's pretty involved throughout that community. And he also does some interesting things on the side. He's part of the annual Wisconsin Motor Carriers Association truck driving competition, championships. And he says that also provides him good feedback on his driving skills and what he needs to learn. He's a member of the Wisconsin Special Olympics Truck Convoy, and I do have a picture. He's the second truck as you come through here. The Johnsonville name is pretty prominently displayed, so I think you can see it, but let's see. So again, these activities, what they do is they fuel his fire to get better at everything he does. It keeps him motivated because he doesn't really want to miss out on those things that he likes to do as part of the job. And he's really proud of the accomplishments and the activities he's made. All very positive, and he understands. The interesting thing is, like Chuck, he had a comment. He said, the people are appreciative in these environments for what you do, and they don't treat you like you're some kind of dumb truck driver. Okay? So again, you're hearing a recurrent theme here. And it's like we need, as members that are helping put these drivers behind the wheel, we need to do a better job of appreciating their involvement so that the members of the motoring public can improve as well. One of the things that he did too is he became a Johnsonville ambassador. Again, him with more hair. He was actually, to celebrate Johnsonville's 50th anniversary, they put together this tractor trailer. It's the Big Taste Grill that would go to various sporting events, various community events, to work in devastated areas after hurricanes and that type of thing. And they had a couple drivers driving, and Kirk was one, and he became the sole driver for about 2.5 years. And he hauled that Big Taste Grill from event to event. Here's another picture of him getting ready. He would do the driving, he would do the cooking, he would do the maintenance, he would do the cleaning. He is an avid cook on the side. And here's a picture of that Big Taste Grill, a little bit more laid out with members of his family there. And that's his mother in the right-hand picture on the far left. And so it introduced him, it allowed him to participate at a lot of different levels. He met NFL celebrities, not all of them he remembers the names of. He got into balloon events and ballooning, so it exposed him to quite a lot. Driving the Big Taste Grill helped him see the bigger picture, though. He said it was part of the Johnsonville way, and the Johnsonville way was never having to satisfy shareholders or cut corners. It's about empowering team members and helping them hold their work and their peers to the highest standard. Kirk's told me, I'm always looking to be a safer driver by being a trainer, mentor, reviewing accident reports with drivers. Also, the fact that I help write our safety program, plus all the life lessons you get from doing the job. Professionalism comes in part from the Johnsonville way and the courtesy we show our customers. Every person is or could be a customer, and you treat them with the respect that you would like to receive. So again, the golden rule right there. Even though he never married, family has been very important. I captured a couple shots of his family members. He likes to do an awful lot. As a matter of fact, his cousin JV, JV is stand up JV, and your daughter Jess is with you. Family members that support Kirk on his journey. These are pictures. You can see JV there in the white T-shirt on the bottom right-hand side, and actually one of his cousins there in the left bottom side actually owns a brokerage and has a small fleet to operate. So trucking runs through the Kirk's family's bloodlines. And there's a picture of him celebrating the 74th birthday in Albuquerque about 3 years ago with his cousin Shirley. So again, family is exceedingly important, and what he strives for. Let's put Kirk's rules to the road up there. He said, always remind yourself you're a professional driver, so you must be better and forgive them because they don't know any better. Educate yourself, train relentlessly, learn from everything, take in the big picture, support your team, and recognize that you're a moving billboard. So Kirk, we hope you have many years left. Thanks for all you've given us.